Wait, this isn't a rave. It's a McWiley's. Alright, so we have a little bit more to clear out before we actually get to said rave in tier 10. But, you know, we ought to get some food before we go out crumping tonight, so this is probably for the best. Hello, welcome back to my playthrough of MaGMML3. Last time, we took on Flashman's favorite level, and we got a priceless reaction from him, as we now displayed on the layout today. It was a very fun puzzle level, but it did leave me hungry for McWiley's, and also a level that is less puzzly and more blasty. So, food first, though. Skeleton Joe, what you got? There are no bones in our food. I repeat, there are no bones in our food. Well, except for in the filet of phalanges, but we're upfront about that one. Can I order it boneless, though? Would like to try a new McRib cage? Of course. I mean, everyone knows there's no bones in a McRib cage. It's all fake meat anyways. Cockroach twin. I'm not sure that a cockroach should be working at a McWiley's. That doesn't sound like the best branding. I love flipping burgers with my feet. It's okay, I wash them. The burgers, that is. Wouldn't want the health inspector thinking I'm unsanitary. Washed meat doesn't sound exactly appetizing either. I could see why McWiley's is struggling to expand. It's hard work keeping the soda pop carbonated. Do you prefer leaded or unleaded? Aw. I guess with Boba it's leaded or unleaded. I got an idea for the stream title, hoping these Mega Man levels don't drive me raving mad. Oh, that's a pretty good one. I think at this point we're probably in the clear about that. Nothing's probably going to drive me insane anymore. Then again, I don't know. I don't got the gift of foresight. The live flash run reaction. Yeah, no, I definitely took that comment seriously. I actually made some for all the judges, actually. I'll be cycling through them as I go. Or you can check them out on Twitter. I posted them over the weekend. But, yeah, it's, thanks. It was fun to make these. What do you mean McWiley's is cash only? That's it. I'm going to Jolly Chibi. That doesn't flow very well, but I get the joke. Oh, okay, bye, Charge Man. He was serious. Phone Man. Oh yeah, aren't you from, fucking Challenger from the future as well? I was pulled off a kitchen duty when management realized they forgot to put out trash bins. I'll incinerate anything you give me, so please allow me to handle your garbage so I can get back to cooking your food. I mean, I guess that is just how low-wage work happens, right? You just do what you gotta do. Like, 1 token, 5 chip tokens. Never mind. 1 element, 5 tokens. Beat the security system by Dr. Novocaine. Ooh, okay. That sounds like a fun premise for the level. And Quickman's music honestly fits super well for that. I would have always... Quickman's music always felt like a weird take on almost a spy movie kind of thing for me. Death lasers only in vertical sections. All others only damage or drain. Music by RushJet 1. Okay, a little strange to communicate that up front, though I guess it's nice to know for, oh god. Stop. No one could have imagined how traumatic these spinning lasers could be, but the fact that they're everywhere... Anyways, yeah, the use of, okay. I feel like I got through that by sheer luck more than anything else. I can't tell if these lasers are threatening or if they're completely benign at this point. They're almost so easy to completely ignore. Oh, this one I'm actually having to do a little platforming around. Okay. Anyways. Oh, okay, cool. Anyways, as I was trying to say earlier, I feel like it's a little strange to have the, Oh. Okay, well, that's interesting. This level is taking a very unusual approach to trying to teach you about how to work Quickman lasers. Ten seconds to die? Alright, I'll take that challenge. Only in vertical sections, everything else just damages you. Yeah, it's... That's what as I'm very fragmentedly trying to actually get at here. This level's taking a very odd approach towards teaching things. Like, it's extremely direct, which I guess is not bad from like just a play the game perspective and have fun with it. It is jarring from a Mega Man level conveyance standpoint. But if it's fun, I guess I can't, you know, complain too hard about it. Oh, hi. Hello, dumb big replacement. Maybe a little bit tanky for this section, especially when it just comes in and gets the drop on you. But overall, that was a fun challenge. It's just very kind of, I don't know, strange that things are being described in text or rather than, or in tutorial screens like these, rather than just playing the game. 10 seconds to die. Okay. What if I just leave instead? Alright, I don't quite get what that text is supposed to be saying, but... Ow. Huh. Alright, I mean, this is a fun way to make the... It's a different way to make that fight force, although, and even if I get health recovery back, though, I'm not too sure that I'm crazy about force damage in a fight. I'll say the spinning, this is probably the best use of the spinning lasers that I've actually seen so far in the competition, though. They're well placed without being extremely annoying. In 10 seconds to get the token for instant death laser shows up. Ah, okay. Should be till die then. Because that makes it so much dramatically better. The Quickmen are made of a lightweight alloy. Please do not introduce strong wind currents into the chain. I don't think you need to tell me the weakness. I would rather just try, rather than, Oh, okay, I see. I would actually rather not just try. Well, at least the level length was nice. Boy, okay, that... Oh, I have weird feelings about this level. So, as mentioned, I kind of find it strange already that they're conveying good, critical information about the level through text and through tutorial screens. Because while it makes it fun, it's very not Mega Man. It takes kind of out of the moment. And then... a lot of the lasers were very just kind of out of the way. Didn't pose too much of a challenge. Very easily dodgeable. I guess it was better than it being, like, you know, the Matrix, or like, what am I trying to say here? Like, just an overwhelming assault of instant death everywhere. It's better than that, but it is also kind of underwhelming for something that's meant to be a, you know, this crazy security system that you're going through. The spinning laser implementation was nice. I'll give it that. And the fact that you could use the foot holders to actually combine with the lasers was neat. But I don't know. Enemy selection. The times that enemies did appear was interesting, but overall didn't have a great sense of theming. And then also, I mean, it's kind of funny to throw 5 quick men at me and then just get rid of them with tornado blow, but it's also not a real fight. I couldn't do that fight in a clean manner without using tornado blow, so it doesn't really make sense for me. Then there was also the mini-boss fight that, while it was cool, there was like a slow drain on your health to actually fight the copter boss to, you know, give it a sense of like how much time you have left. I don't like force damage in stages, even if you're healing it off immediately, because, I mean, what if I was there with like no health? Then that would be, you know, kind of a disaster. So yeah, I don't know. I don't like a lot of the philosophy behind this level, even if it was kind of fun to play regardless. I found out the level was made 2 weeks after Doc had a cross-country move, so it being as high is impressive stuff given real-life circumstances. Oh yeah, certainly. Certainly explains the text explanations and non-fight files by Brickman. Yeah, I mean, okay, the real-life circumstances explain why the level came out the way it is. I guess I'm just a little bit more surprised that a lot of the judges rated it this high. Before looking at the commentary, I think I'm going to agree with Shinryu on a lot of this, because it just felt a little bit... it felt a little rote in some ways, and then just very odd in the conveyance department, and kind of a weak boss at the end. So, you know, with everybody having to be judged on assuming they all had the same amount of time and just how the standards of the contest work, I don't see how it really got this high. Short, sweet, to the point. Best way to describe the level. Fun security systems. The most interesting and fair force beams I've seen in a while. I mean, yeah, they were fair. And the spinning ones were interesting. Liking the take-a-look segments? Okay. The Hyoi battle is an interesting idea. Props to Yoshichi. I mean, yeah, that's at least a good way to kind of, you know, do that challenge. Rainy Turtloid's rain didn't count against you after all. It was a little strange to explain how the lasers would look for the sign, since you have to avoid them all anyways, so I think it would have been fine without it. Yeah. The rest of the level felt a bit underdeveloped. Footholder room was great. Additional assets in the sweep and chase rooms had a smidge more to offer. Non-distinct aesthetics, agreed. It would have been nice to actually see the footholders come back again, just because it, like, level also lacked kind of a usual Mega Man challenge escalation aspect. It didn't go from, you know, here's one example of using the footholders to, you now do the section again, but harder kind of thing. It just had separate, different ideas that it used well, but not, I don't know. Something just feels off about this. It doesn't quite feel Mega Man. It's using all the assets, and it's using them well, and using the Mega Man way, but it's missing, like, the subtext of a Mega Man level, if that makes any sense. Of course, I can't complain too much about underutilized assets, as the force beams want to make up for it. Silly joke about boss fight. This was a good time. That's an unusual opinion for the devs to have. This must have been before Mix saw like 500 different joke bosses. Let's see. Patchy and Flashman scoring this 11-15 in aesthetics. Oh god, yeah. What? Huh? This is very plain. I mean, I guess it's not plain black background, so I guess that's what got them, but I don't know. Maybe they were feeling a little loopy, depending on by the time they got to this. Yeah, this was surprisingly easy. It's not terrible, but it's not great. Very short. A little bit, but I think that might just be all the 15-minute levels talking. Given there's only so many steps you can do with force beams, that being said, beat the security system. Yeah, more than just a little bit of an obstacle course. Room layouts aren't bad. Thought put into them, agreed. And there's multiple ways to approach the first, like, sweeping laser section with all of the abundant amount of Shadow Man platforms, so it didn't feel too intense having to hop on a Shadow platform so long. Wasn't much stood out to me other than maybe first horizontal room. Didn't the rotating force beams a little awkward. I'd say almost everything grabbed my attention. It was just maybe not in a positive way. Well, some of them was. The other amounts felt too basic, too boring. Didn't notice much of a point in the take-a-look rooms. Even if you bypass them, the vertical segments are so basic, it's unlikely for you to die in them. Yeah, I think that's fair, and plus you get a good lead time as well. Checkpoint before and after both of them, plus the lasers give you plenty of time to get out of the way. Last thing to mention here would be the boss, which is just multiple quickmen. Concerned it wouldn't be possible without Tornado Blow. The level design here doesn't really encourage the use of that weapon, so you're very likely to still have ammo for it. The quickmen are weak to every single weapon, with the exception of Thunder Beam. Oh, I could have tried that out. The player can't get stuck. It does end up making the stage a bit of an anticlimax. Yeah. Intruder alert! Blue bomber in the base. You should introduce Rush to... Oh man, I hear he likes dogs. I would have to go back and, you know, get the Mega Man costume out, and I left that back in Tier 8. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm going to be late to the rave at this point. This stage gives me quite a chuckle. Obviously not meant to be taken seriously. Thought they went to design. Wait, obviously not meant to be taken? I mean, I guess so, but... I mean, it ends with a bit of a joke, but I mean, the rest of it's like a serious submission. Unique take on the quick-manish stage, where the main obstacles are those rotating lasers. They're manageable in a sense of having consistent safe zones. More clearly defined, I guess. But then you have to like make a cone background to like indicate where the spinning lasers are safe. It's too impractical. You like the preview screens. Okay. I mean, spawn rush coil on him. Oh, okay. I'll give that a shot. More complex room layouts with the previews there. Footholder section, unfortunately, doesn't really work with how little room it gives you to work. I think it generally gives you to work. Having you fight the one Big Eye replacement from Mega Man 10, that maybe didn't work, but everything else I think was fine. And one more manageable. With the 5 quick men that really got me laughing for a while. Really? I felt like all the judges were sick of that by this point. Or by, anyways. There's a curious dichotomy between amateur and professional design in this level. On the amateur side, the foreground tile work is repetitive. Drop shadows are absent. Architecture and enemy spacing need a little polish. Players repeatedly thrown into situations that inspect an existing knowledge of how these enemies and gimmicks work. Wait, what? I guess, yeah. The enemies aren't... Well, I don't know. Some of the enemies are pretty well introduced. I mean, I guess the mini-boss does come out of nowhere, but your health drains so slowly, it's not that big of a deal. You get introduced to the flying beetle enemy before it actually has a chance to hurt you. And then all the laser gimmicks are pre-introduced, so I don't know. Weird take. Laser functionality is almost entirely explained by a sign instead of the graphics. Yeah, agreed. Time-sensitive challenge doesn't wait for the player to respawn. Furthermore, footholders bumble about inside a wall after reaching their destination. Boss gate is inexplicably locked if you avoid the hot dogs instead of destroying them. Well, I mean, that's just how this engine works. Joke boss and helicopter mini-boss. Needlessly preclude the option of a perfect buster run. Slowdown is a problem. Background tile work is interesting. Bottomless pits are clearly identified. Length and pacing are solid. Yeah, I mean, it's all manageable and competent, but I don't know. Carefully select a roster of enemy given platforms. I like the interaction of struck platforms and footholders. Token placement is just right. Yeah, it was. Low points are fixable with more practice and playtesting. High points demonstrate the kind of creativity and design instincts I look for in a level. Get the biggest and worst element of your stage out of the way. It's hideous. Absolutely hideous. I wouldn't quite go that far. There's much worse in this competition, Ace Spark. Even looks so bad that it makes the stage harder to play. What? Obviously not in a good way. So hard to parse what is and isn't safe given the nature of the force beams and how quirky the rotation is. Okay, yeah, the rotating force beams are just a very strange dev kit asset given how they take time to propagate out, which I mean, that sounds odd that you would complain about them taking time to propagate out like all the horizontal ones do. But when it comes to the fact that it makes for an inconsistent sweep length, this needed care and attention to aid the player. That just wasn't the case. Oh yeah, dull theme-wise. Using Quickman assets and Quickman himself as the boss. The science level is legitimately pretty good. Some clever and rewarding rooms. Tokens are damn fun to collect. And use the footholders as protection is fun. Agreed. Damage is force. I still mind those, but... Since the Visual Series has made use of this gimmick before, I think you have an opportunity to work with it more. Using the same laser graphics, very Quickman fight as a bit of a meme, it's fine. Really don't think the aesthetics were that bad. Worst state? No, this one did not hurt my eyes like Butterman's Castle and the other level that just like stretched out a billion enemies and had hot pink everywhere. No, completely wrong. I hard disagree. Level design itself is actually pretty good. It's crying shame, really is. Best flashman reaction here is the same as the previous level. That one was his gold favorite. Is he unable to emote? Oh, that's fair. Actually, I actually noticed that there actually was a third Flashman portrait. Like, hold on. I don't know how worth it this is to show off, but, you know, so we have the one that we saw in the Live Flashman reaction. We have the one here where he's slightly frowning on the left side. And in Tier 1, all of his portraits are also frowning on the right side, like the official Flashman portrait in Mega Man 2. So there apparently have been multiple emotes. It's very hard to notice this entire time. I like the subtlety of the joke. Maybe by Tier 15, I'll see a smiling Flashman. Dodge's been staring blankly at me the entire meal. She won't even speak. Is she upset or sick, perhaps? Oh god. That's horrifying. They're evolving very quickly. Force seems to be a bit quirky. Especially at 3 a.m. I'm convinced he's only able to move his mouth. He's otherwise... I mean, that would make sense. His mouth moving is probably the most prominent thing of, his attack in Mega Man 2. Oh, we're in... I see. The mall has been finally abandoned. Cerberus Man, how are you? I consider a food court become my greatest nemesis. The overflowing trash cans, the grease stains on the floors and the walls, the stale bread. I can't believe I'm saying this to you, but I may have found an evil greater than you or Dr. Wily. I don't know. The sanitation here was fine up until this point. Yay! Earthbound reference! My favorite! Crashman dug around the trash can. Let's see here. There's a chick inside, but Crash didn't come here to pick up chicks. Let's stick with that. Don't forget Cameraman. Oh yeah, let me go back up there. Hey Cameraman, how do you like this? No! I spent so much money on that! You monster. Magnet Beam also counts. Okay. Oh, interesting. Everything counts. Huh. I wouldn't have actually expected his text to actually mean anything. That's fun. Fun little inclusion. Alright, let's see. Your 9 Boss by Ganio. Alright. Hey, what are those sauces? Oh god, what is that? That's terrifying. I never wanted to see Riley McWiley in my entire life. I could have gone my whole life without seeing this. What a horrible day. I was preparing our stoves for the big turning cook-off. Next thing I know, the whole place is on fire. No humans inside, but what should we do? Ernest will? I'm the fake Wily you fought out when he got a fever, remember? No wonder you fell for his Mr. X disguise. Really just a button nose and some lipstick. I mean, I guess it's not Ernest, but there's so many layers to this. It's hard to determine who's the fool and who's not. Clowns kind of scare me. Oh. You can drain all of your special weapons on him. That's the reason you need the solar siphon for the achievement. You need to get your health to 1 in addition to draining all your ammo. Okay. I know you told me there was an achievement. I haven't really looked into it yet, though. I'll put out. That's a wonderful idea. Oh. Okay. Just abandon your post now that I said that I'll do the work. God. At least I don't have to breathe. Fire Woman. Oh, cool design. Very nice portrait. We meet again, Crash. Again? Oh, we do? You don't remember me? I'm Pyre Woman. Pyre rings a bell? Sorry, I fought a lot of Robot Masters. I get mixed up sometimes. That is me responding to chat all the goddamn time. Don't have to make sure to burn this into your memory. The important thing about the achievement is to do it before getting the altar weapons and makes draining all of your ammo take much longer. Okay, we'll keep it in mind. Oh, Empire Man. There wasn't any money in there. It's a McWiley's. What are you doing robbing a minimum wage food store? You should be robbing a bank instead, dude. Are you looking for money? I just said to go burn the inside. No, you said go inside, take care of business. Oh, hey, Pyre Man, is this your big sister? Oh, that's gonna piss off her. I'm not his sister. Why does everyone keep saying that? It's like everyone thinks I spontaneously popped out of nowhere. Because you did. Yesterday, in fact. Well, you popped up yesterday. Oh, dear. Spontaneously combust instead. I can arrange that. Why are you even here? Ernest Will's grown short of temper on the success of the McWiley's restaurant chain, so he decided to downsize them on a global scale. I mean, well, with like washed McWiley's foot meat and bones in your shit, I don't Yeah, Wily. Yeah, Wily. You say he was worried they were stretching too thin. You're the one that immediately jumped into arson as the solution. Did he even know Dr. Wily has nothing to do with McWiley's? Nothing. Burning a single restaurant would tear down the franchise. Your franchise's fares once we burn you down. I don't have any. Well, actually, no, hold on. My Mega Man's likeness was apparently leased out to a car at some point, so there is at least one franchise. I had Noble Nickel for every MaGMML game. They may fight 2 fire-themed robot masters of boss. I've had 2 Noble Nickels. Yeah, it's just weird that it happened twice. It's not very many. Come on, Baldy, let's blaze them. Oh, hey, another remix of the Mega Man 8 theme. Oh, well, it sounded like the Mega Man 8 robot theme at first. Okay, now they're doing a Gemini Man kind of thing. Okay, this is a cool boss fight. Pretty easy pattern. Easy, simple enough. Oh, hey, Kamusa Man. Oh, he actually jumps when I shoot him. Okay. That's good to know. I guess I never even tried that the first time. Oh god, and there's more? Like that turtle from Mega Man Zero. We're out. Yeah, you are. Time out. Time out. What do you mean we're out? We're out of fuel. We were at full tanks when we left. Yeah, and then you burned down a McWiley's. Someone needed to fill up the car. Why didn't you go get gas when I asked? Man, why do you two hate each other so much? Stop it, stop it. You're tearing this McWiley's apart. Because there's an electric station. They still use fossil fuels where you come from. Dense idiot. Hothead. Chrome dome. Burnout. That's it. Liar. Fake. You're not even good enough to be my fake. I'll just be on my way. Still nod my head to the music. 8's theme and Mega Man Bass's boss theme. I am. Yeah. It was a similar opening. That was about it. And there's Combust Man. Oh. Telephone for Crash. Another call. Maybe something's come up. Ah, Crash. Quick to respond, I see. Oh, Dr. Light. For a moment, I thought Dr. Wily called me. Wouldn't be hard for him to do, you know, considering you gave him my phone number. Oh, I see now why Albert wanted me to call you instead. No need to be salty. We're all friends here. For the time being. Listen, his security picked up some suspicious activity outside the hotel, some strange devices left outside. They were disposed of pretty easily, but an extra hand could be useful. Well, if they were disposed of, then why do you need my help? I wonder if Dr. Regal is going to show his face again. And be surprised, regardless, you should meet us outside the hotel. Put the tournament on hold for the time being. Let's not make him mad. Okay, fine. Need to change my phone number after the tournament. And not just because of Wily. Rebelling against Dr. Light, too? Yes. Anyways. I like the, mayonnaise and Chicago-style relish that are coming out of the boss, the tier boss condiment, things. Proto-Man, have you been visiting the hotel frequently? I gotta. Now. Expect more areas open up as you collect ranks, and people will also turn up. Yeah, I've been talking to people. I've been sparring at the Limestone Pagoda. There you can rebattle. Yeah, the arena. I get it. I can't conquer them all. The Crash. We'll get there. You keep calling him about his Rush Bike's extended warranty. That warranty is very much voided at this point. We have put it through hell. Let me tell you, I was super disappointed by this food court. Never been to one before, you know? To be fair, you are skating on an escalator. I'd say that's pretty hell and rad. Like, come on now. But I had to learn the hard way that fast food didn't mean what I think it meant. Oh, you wanted to race food. I get it. Go play like the SpongeBob movie game if you want to go race food. Another plan down the drain. Oh well, at least this escalator's fun. Wonder how long I can keep riding it before I get yelled at by security. I don't think security comes through this area anymore, to be quite honest. I think you're completely fine there, Presto. And, oh, our favorite blob. How are you doing, Grey Devil? Hi, I'm the sentient gray goop they used to make burger patties at McWiley's. Speaking of SpongeBob references, I'm 3% more delicious than non-sentient gray goop. One more secret, use rush bike in the open hole in the ceiling, like over at the McWiley's? How do I keep finding these? I don't even think I could trigger that again if I wanted to. That's very weird. I must have landed in some perfect subpixel. Alright, rush bike, open hole in the ceiling. Nothing really happened there. Oh, no, don't need to talk to you again. Ah, rush coil. Oh, okay, there we go. Just high enough. The Burger Castle. Perfect. The Hoagie, not hero. What kind of idiot doesn't know the difference? I would offer to sell you a sack of sliders, but I can't get those two to stop bickering and start cooking. This is hard enough already. Nobody knows we're here, aside from that Russian scientist and his daughter. Our slogan is, buy 'em by the sack, but maybe we should change it to, buy 'em for the sacks. Oh, I get it. Cossack, White Castle, makes sense. We're ordering grinders for lunch, and that's final? What? I don't think you know what food is. Well, that's a fun secret. I like that. I also love White Castle, too, despite how kind of trash it is, so... Good reference. Certain food-themed NPC appears here during the post-game. Gotcha. I know I have to come back for it. Also, we have a shadowy figure over there. Isn't that, oh, right. I think that was, Zero's, costume from MaGMML3, right? When he was trying to hide his identity. I think that's what that was. Sans also works, but I think we've already seen Sans in this competition. That's clearly his canon design. We can't go back on that now. Okay, so... You needed my help over at the, hotel, huh? Oh, and you know what's different? It's cutscene time. Oh, Crash, just in time. Did the same portal entrance? He did the same portal entrance again? A predictable calling card. You leave skulls and W's everywhere. You have no right to complain about that. You detestable hag. I assure you, I am far from predictable. Behold! Or wait, I should do the Dr. Beard. Behold! Corn. The air horns. Great. No! Why do we not? Okay. So there would have been 4 dabbing things in this competition if you had more time to work on fun bags. Great. Pretty swankin', is it not? Doc Regal is in the house. Purposefully dated even by the time this game came out. Impressive. Greetings, female home slices. Does my diabolical freestyle impress, or do your tastes I need to repress? Oh god, please whip out the tornado blow. Just kill him. We don't need him anymore. What's wrong with you? Oh, damn. Dare I ask what's up with the ridiculous new look? Everybody's clowning on his drip. Come on, Dr. Light. Finish him off. Destroy his ass. I thought it would be appropriate to reinvent myself after we got off to a false start. but now I've stopped to think about it. Being hip and cool hardly seems evil. Yeah, no, it didn't work out for Vector, so enough of this. You know, considering your reputation, I was expecting the man himself to be a little less eccentric, I suppose. That's the nicest way to put it. Stop being nice, Dr. Light. That was your chance to, like, just absolutely murder him. We could have had Michael take this guy off to the ER unit. Is it really all that different from Dr. Wily? Don't you dare compare me to this bumbling tryhard. Regardless, Dr. Regal, I'm giving you 30 seconds to explain yourself before I have security lock you up. I don't suppose you have any more party popper reality cores to show us? I've decided that I have no need for that device anymore. It's gone long out of style, don't you agree? I wouldn't trust your sense of style from 5 years ago, 10 years ago, probably ever. This is in no way because I can't get to work. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to review that in post. Trivial geniuses find newer ventures once they've gotten enough use out of their diabolical toys. No purpose in reusing is what I say. So you hate the environment. Decide to find a new purpose. Well, I'm sure that you'll detest with your blackened, withered heart. That would be hijack your very tournament, of course. My top-of-the-line darkness spy bots are infiltrating every corner. They shall seize control of all the electronics that this circus parade relies on. Or what? Oh, another phone call. Give me a call. This is Ernest Will. No, I do not want to reinsure my Wily machine number 3. Thank you. Stop calling me about this. You answering a phone call instead of paying attention to me? Oh, wow. You have a much more fragile ego than even Wily. Neighbor Joe. Hey, boss. We just had a security breach, but it's been taken care of now. Bunch of cheap-looking robots with gaudy black paint set off all our alarms. One of them got stuck in a pipe, and it seems every other robot inexplicably stopped. Guess they were waiting on a cue from that one. Well, good work. I'll have a handle on the rest. Our perpetrator is kindly standing right in front of me and making a fool of himself. I'll call you back later. Regal trying to act like a Sigma male. Hasn't even come back from the dead as a sentient virus. SMH. Yeah, no, he's, he couldn't even manifest as an alpha male either because he didn't make that boss in the damn Battle Network series either. So Regal, what was that about your new purpose? A minor setback. Senior's luck. No, beginner's folly. Folly is the word you're searching for, Dr. Regal. I'll save you this once. Pardon me, Dr. Regal, but I seem to be getting the impression that your modus operandi seems to be hijacking what's laid out for you already. I wonder why you could possibly be defaulting to that. And imply such things about me, what to do. Oh, I know. My most faithful advisor and servant. In this situation, would you say a tactical retreat is called for? Ask again later. Concentrate and ask again. I'll take that as a yes. Goodbye, you doomed fools. Wow. What a clown. Can't call him a gamma male either because he isn't a giant peacekeeping robot. Very true. What another exhausting idiot. Please tell me that I've never sounded this crazy in the past. You sounded this crazy, but you really sounded more coherent. Do you want an honest answer or a nice answer? Damn, we're still not done with the roasting, huh? Either way, Crash, if that fool's intent on trying to bludgeon his way into tournament with a rusty hammer, it's more reason to speed up your work in the gauntlets. It seems like our finalists are slowly shaping up, so I'll be hard at work making sure our grand finale is worth the wait. Alright, I'll be on my way then. You got anything else to say? The fool doesn't try reinventing himself every time he shows his face. What was he even going for? I'm trying to understand his choice of clothing. I think it was meant to invoke a specific type of subculture from the start of the millennium. All about being loud, flashy, and for lack of a better word, gaming. I see. And you're familiar with this sort of stuff? Nah, I have no experience myself. I was always more of a, uh-oh. Hey, wait a minute. How old do you think I am? Hard to say, actually. How long have we been doing this? I don't want to think about this right now. How many years you've wasted? How many years you've followed in failure? How many times that I've kicked your ass in video games, Dr. Wily? Cons. How do I lose the... Let's try again later. I mean, all he had to do is ask if he could, you know, get something to eat, and then the Dr. Wily head was said, just go to tier 9. No, I believe I've seen that chair before as something you can rent for parties. Point you were making about Regal a moment ago, is that something I should know? Oh wait, I just recognized that's the chair. I knew that the chair was themed after something from Battle Network, and I just remembered. It's Laser Man. It's themed after Laser Man from Battle Network. One of the few robot masters from Battle Network that does not have a classic series counterpart. There we go. It was bugging me. I had to say it out loud. Is that something I should know? Oh, no. I was just giving Regal's ego. That's hard to say. Regal's ego, a much-needed nudging. Nothing important. Okay. Some people end up creating trends with the hard work they put in. Yeah. Like, you know, maybe just a thought like Reploid VTubers or something like that. It's a crazy idea, I know, but they're more content to follow those trends closely for a quick drop of success. I'm here playing MaGMML3, like, I can't tell if that's chasing success because I started playing it once it dropped, or if it's not chasing trends because this game is several months old and has, like, maybe 2,000 people that know about it. And Regal, well, he's showing quite well which path he's following. The other path being better with him. No, I wouldn't. Plum, you got any news? It's been a while. Crash has quit the tournament. Hey! That's fake! It's fake news! Not true at all. I'm just taking a break from the gauntlets. A permanent break, I heard. What a tragedy. All those simulations and tier bosses were just too much for him to handle. I'm handling them just fine. I'm nearly unstoppable with my trusty laser trident. I've only died 651 times. Who's your most feared rival? Cerberus Man? Megagoat? Neon Glass Birdo on a Guts lift? I hadn't given it much thought, Plum. I guess I'd have to say... I don't know, Presto? Hey wait, this is turning into an interview. I don't have time for interviews. I'm here on important business. Well, business is so important that you can't even spare a moment for an interview. It's complicated. Talking to people and answering their random questions. Excuse me, I have to go. Masterful. Exactly the type of dialogue that I would give. I am the 1%. It's one of the few times you will be. Fires and missiles. Oh, nobody knew. No one knew on the couch yet. Let's see. Anything else kind of cool about the hub while I'm here? Might as well check it out. Forger and Element Man are having a fruitful discussion, I'm sure. Arc at that. The imp's puffing his chest with pride. Go on. F off. You know, leg it. Oh, stop mithering me, you nos. I'll egg on it. Earnest all this. HDMI cable's messing with me. My second monitor is kind of flashing for some reason. Not sure why. Oh, you two. Oh, it's been a long time since I've seen you two. Hang on, I hope you're using your utilities well. Heard a scary rumor that a magnet beam device is going around, ruining the balance of the tournament. You've been using your rush coil well, haven't you? Tell me you have. You would never disappoint me, right? I definitely did not just trash it in a fire. Look, I'll be honest with you, we tried to sell these costumes off, but no one wanted to buy them. Honestly, it has some sort of sentimental value. Representations of a simple joy. I mean, I'm Rush Jet Man. You know me. You remember me. Hey, it's the kid in the apple. Really nervous, too many people, too many props. The chandeliers here are gonna fall on my head when I least expect it. I just know it. Someone's been playing too much Tier 1. And the windows will shatter, the zombies will rise from the ground. Hey, you look sort of familiar. Should I even be talking to you? Please don't destroy me, I'm innocent. Oh no. Oh no. Poor kid has PTSD. I'm not a licensed therapist, I can't fix this. Real tragedy is that there's a cheat that translates unknown languages, but I still can't understand what the hell Forge Woman is saying. God, that's the truth. I can infer what she's saying, but for someone across the pond, yeah, it's a text to decipher, alright. I've been out of work since the last festival, but I think I'm finally getting my groove back. Idol Woman's an inspiration, isn't she? Her talent, her range, her lyrical skills. It's my core flutter. I feel like I'll start spewing projectiles to the beat any second now. Achievements. We do anything else? Social interaction. Chivo check. No? Nothing else special about it? Alright. Nothing new. Check Idol Woman as a sound test. I did that, yeah, I did that a little off stream, I think. But, may as well. Put on the scrapyard. Scrapyard is, honestly, I think so far, out of all the tier themes, Scrapyard's probably my favorite. Tier 2 is, they really did an excellent job with the atmosphere there. I mean, all of the tier themes have been pretty good, but like, I find myself like bumping to this on my own quite frequently. That was the whole debacle from last stream. Yeah, we don't need to mention that. we don't need to mention that anymore. I've learned my lesson. Tier 5's bouncing this. Tier 5, it's yeah, it's nice. It's not really in my mind very much though. I think the other tier that probably sticks in my head a lot is, let's see, it's not tier 1, 2, probably tier 4. Not that I like it that much, but just because, I don't know, there's something memorable about kind of the slower pace to it, and also all the time I have spent, you know, sitting there thinking about Aetherman stage. 10 seconds started from the, oh, I did that already. I don't, you just forgot. 100 Man, oh hey, MaGMML3, canonical. I'm just trying some ice cold drinks here at the bar. I don't know what people are thinking while ordering coffee or other such mystery drinks. The cold is what keeps you up at night, and I don't want to miss a second of this tournament. Fun, fun, fun. What are you two talking about? The mysterious contestant that made that announcement, you're so strong. Crash, you can feel that energy too, right? Oh, there's nothing but collateral damage in pursuit of their goals. That's the hunt. I'm fond of the hunt. A robot who ceases to fight is a quarry well captured. The struggle is everything. It's very real. You're a walking disaster zone. Robots like you remind me why I decided to participate in this contest to begin with. Youch. Okay. More people beefing. Oh, hey, Rounder. Place has tons of rails. I thought I could travel anywhere. Ales. They have ales, not rails. Rages keep me afloat until my ride shows up. That's unfortunate. Anything else to go check on? Nah, I think I'm good for now. 2D crossouts have one side, another much, but you haven't already. I did do that a good while ago. I think before I even still had the Crash skin. It was just I think off stream when I was just, you know, taking a look around the hub. All right, well, I can't put the rave off any longer. Let's go be socially awkward. Oh yeah, because there was a secret last time. Oh, okay. I checked the costume party off screen. I was like, oh, there's actually people to talk to the right. I never noticed. Oh, hey, background character. Policeman. Oh, hey, more Mega Man Rockstar representation. Sweet. Welcome to The Rave. Also called Tier 10. You have some strict dance code guidelines. No flossing. Good. Whipping and nay-naying is only allowed in moderation. Dancing with yourself requires a permit. No dabbing? You're allowing dabbing. Oh, okay. People on the upper floors are busy partying, so it might be hard to make them out. Stay sharp for anyone who looks familiar. Gotcha. I like all the little Grembos in the background dancing. It's a cute, nondescript sprite. Unguarded treasure. I'm surprised the music is not louder in this tier, actually. Maybe it'll get louder as I go upwards to where the party's happening, right? Unguarded treasure by Darkness and 11. 11. That's a bold name to make. Dance to the beat of music too. Sweet. Oh. The music. The music is very lo-fi, and that's really saying something for something that's 8-bit. That's strange, but I suppose it could be worse. It just sounds like I'm actually listening through a 1980s TV. Alright, easy use of a crazy cannon. That's good. Let's see. Is there anything else that's gone on interesting lately? I was trying to think of topics before stream. I haven't really Oh, okay. I have, let's see. I didn't really do a whole lot of stuff this weekend. I purposely took the weekend off as, kind of a break, hence the lack of a clip for this week. It was certainly refreshing to not be... to just be able to waste time instead of having to budget all of it towards one big clip edit. But yeah, otherwise I didn't do a whole lot with the, with things. Oh, cool. Baton energy element. Oh, okay, a lot of deception going on. I get it. I made tacos with, like, a homemade jalapeno sauce, or a homemade jalapeno hot sauce from last week. Or, yeah, I think maybe 2 weeks ago, and, I don't know, some onions, red pepper, and I chopped up some mango as a, nice fruit garnish. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just a good, relaxing weekend. I'm ready. I'm feeling recharged both for work and for streaming. Okay, that's interesting. Hostile fake beat. Oh boy, there's a lot going on. Crap myself a little bit here. Magnet beam, ruin the balance now. At the 8th man Clay says a deserved break. Yeah, I just need some time away. I think the next thing the next clip I have is going to be a fairly simple one. Okay, interesting to land on. Okay, there's definitely a secret up there. The next clip, I believe, was the stream where I actually went and played solitaire for a little bit. So I'll have something to work off of there. Oh hey, I recognize this gimmick from Rock Force with Pulse Man. So this stage certainly has an interesting aesthetic. I like the fact that it's basically kind of messing with the normal aesthetic expectations for enemies. It recontextualizes some themings pretty nicely. Although I would say it makes it... I'm struggling to find out what, the rest of the stage's theming has to do with kind of weird graphics. Yeah, it kind of feels like what Decoy Man was maybe more supposed to be. Replay of that stage myself recently is how easy it is to break with Magnet Beam. In 6 minutes without being a caveman. Oh, wow. I didn't think it was quite that open-ended of a book, but I guess just the fact that you can use the magnet beam to block the lasers really does, shape it pretty solidly. And then, yeah, I mean, once you actually understand Arcane Man, he doesn't actually take that long to fight. I was half expecting some of those small energy to actually start hurting me now. Okay, a little avoidance fight. I've gotten my avoidance reflex practices in today. I was playing Super Hot VR earlier, and man, that works up a sweat. But honestly, it's such a good game. I have not much experience with VR games, but I would go out on a limb and say Super Hot VR is probably still one of the best VR experiences you can have. It's just so well designed for a medium where you just need to move around, but not too much. It uses the, every VR game's kind of awkward, the fact that you have to move to make the player move kind of thing mechanic works so nicely. It's just a shame that the main game is so short. You have to start resorting to all the challenges and such after probably only 1 or 2 days of giving it a go. I probably want to go down here. Yeah. Sweet. The VR gameplay was gone, I think. Quite a workout, I'd say. Or Born. I'm familiar with that name. Not familiar with the game. Alright, I see your secret path. Yeah, I was very much getting onto the floor and like trying to crawl to take cover because I was playing a lot of the endless mode. I meant to dodge that. Yep, definitely. I was playing some of the endless mode, where it's just like endless numbers of red guys come at you, and you have to, take them down before they get you. And it's oh man, it's at a certain point, there's just bullets, and like you do not have much recourse to fight back. And you have to, there's just so many of them. It's like you just kind of gotta wait for them to get into the right position. Oh, well, that was kind of mean. And and most of the time that just means you're hiding behind, like a pool table for a couple. Well, time is very difficult to quantify in that game, but you're hiding under a pool table until something finally comes close enough for you to steal a gun, and then actually you have a chance to fight back. In game, we beat a bunch of gladiators possessed with. Oh yeah. I remember us doing that. It was kind of like it's got kind of goofier physics to it as well. Yeah, it looked like an actually fun use of VR. I think one of the other VR games, I don't remember which one, but there is like some. Well, there's a bunch of more like magic and casting kind of VR games that exist nowadays. I think actually no, the top VR game I want to play is just Half-Life Alyx. Like, I mean, I really enjoyed 1 and 2, and now we essentially have 3, right? So I need to actually go and give it a shot. Just one of those things that I keep forgetting about exists. I'm gonna trust that's not like a bonus pit. I stopped being paranoid for 1 second. For 1 second. And I now miss out the token. I hate I hate this. See? This is why I have trust issues. Sorcery, I think that's what it's called, messing around with all the Star Wars mods. Yeah, I think Sword and Sorcery, that was like the somewhat recently released one. Right? Yeah, either way, I think that would actually be a good bit of fun to play. Okay, simple boss, creative enough. I like this. Pretty good, one of the better devil bosses, I'd say. Yeah, I don't know, at a certain point, it's... I would say... Oh, it's gone. Yeah, that makes sense. I would probably argue that it's not a devil boss in a weird way. I mean, I don't know, actually, what is the... Is the broom that comes to attack you in Cossack 2, is that actually a devil boss according to the official Mega Man, naming conventions? So I would consider it closer to that. But that weird room that attacks you, but I guess that could maybe be Mega Man 4's devil boss. Yeah, no, it's definitely fun. Simple, reasonable pattern. I'd say maybe it's a little bit easy. Even though I did just die on it, it's not that bad to actually have to take care of. Most of the things are extremely manageable. Wiki, no, but I would classify as a double boss. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna trust the wiki on that one. I wouldn't consider it a devil boss. All right, well now I gotta. Yeah, no, I'll come back for the token later. That's like all the way at the end of the stage, but yeah, I wouldn't consider that boss a devil boss. It's it doesn't have enough chunks. For some reason, that's what's in my mind. There's not enough chunks flying at me. There's only 3 big pieces of itself. Anyways, I mean, fun level. The lo-fi music for the stage is a little strange, but I mean, overall, it had a solid theme with deception and gimmicks. I'm not too sure how the title works in with it, unless it's just meant to lure you into a false sense of security. The aesthetics starting off with Needleman were a bit strange, but definitely got better as the stage went on with kind of more like the crates and, you know, kind of abandoned, maybe open-air warehouse kind of look for it. I guess the boss didn't really fit that aesthetic, but the boss was cool nonetheless, so I can't really complain about it. Fun enough to play, decent platforming challenges, cool use of respriting enemies and some gimmicks with, like, the, you know, fake mystery cans for the tellies. I don't know if it quite exactly got me, you know, like, you know, really invested and lured in, but yeah, it's a fun enough little playthrough. Squeevel? Square Devil? Squeevel? Squevel? Yeah, I mean, if you called it Square Devil, then we would have to oblige that it's a devil boss, but... I'm gonna die on this hill, damn it. Okay. What do the judges have to say here? It's a good fake-out, basic tile set, simple enemies, kind of boring music. Yeah, wow, really is a lot like Decoy Man, huh? I forgot even the Chill Man was there. Used in the real level, so it's also a strong teaching moment. All that said, Energy Element Bat died before his time. Could have offered much more than one appearance. Yeah, that's true. It could have at least appeared again at the, in the Devil Boss. Be like, I taught you about this, but you forgetty. As the actual level, it's a mixed bag. On one hand, the concept is straight up cool. I like the majority of how the reskins are used. Surprise Cantelli is great. On the other hand, once the novelty wears off, the level gets boring. Yeah, it does. It kind of just becomes enemy challenges. And then some basic, like, platforms that carry you across. It's not... After the initial trick, it does kind of stop feeling inventive. Simple enemies, datings, drop platforms only do so much. But enemy reskins, which feel like they could have been more interesting. Purple V-datings are very confusing, and the levels ending feels incredibly abrupt. Levels of murderous dust blocks. The blue ones with the rings make excellent obstacles, although I've consistently managed to zip into one side with a down and jump slide because it's not solid. Oh, alright. Green ones, they have a nice idea. There's too much randomization in how their shots will arc, meaning whether or not you dodge is up to luck or shields. I suppose, but I mean, I would prefer it to be this random. It kind of makes sense to me. No blocks, fantastic fight. I love the variety. Music much better. I appreciate how much vulnerability at time it has. It is rather unfortunate that the energy element tends to get stuck if you kill it wrong, but otherwise, this is way better marriage of Pico Pico Kun and Yellow Devil than Black Devil was. I'm glad we ended things on a high note. Let's see, it would be pretty cool if there was a devil boss. The entire room, it was the entire room you fought in. Call it Labyrinth Devil or Dungeon Devil, maybe. Yeah, I mean, just expand on some of the existing concepts in the Mega Man series, you know, like Mick was kind of saying, either, you know, Pico Pico Kun or a Block Devil kind of thing, but just, you know, do a little bit more with it instead of just having walls and floors that come out and jump at you. Maybe have some platforms that are also part of the devil, or, like, you know, it forms spikes, or if it's whatever the gimmick of the stage is, it'll, like, maybe, you know, shoot lasers at you, and I'm sure the players will enjoy it having force beams from the boss. But okay, mixed feeling about the stage. On one hand, it's a decent concept here. It's obviously there was thought put in design choices. A little iffy. Aesthetics. Not a fan of the background. Scenery being used as solid tiles. Great lack of backgrounds in some sections. I ended up hurting some things here. Yeah, the music was bland and it doesn't loop properly, and it also has a weird fidelity. Rest of the level is alright. Things platform being too easy. I wouldn't say that. There was a lot of cornering that happened with the peepees and hippies, whatever. The pippies and, like, just the stage geometry really did not work with them, but I don't know. It could have been worse. Some creative parts. I mean, what comes to mind is the vertical room with the telecans. That one was pretty cool. Interesting obstacle, however, you can easily abuse laser trident to circumvent the setup altogether. Oh yeah, I didn't try special weapons at all in that stage. Interesting concept here. The attacks are largely unthreatening. It was a little easy, yeah. Not much room to work with to avoid it. That aside, the only notable thing in this fight is that the energy element routinely seems to get stuck inside the walls. Kill the boss during its slamming attack. That is a good representation of Yellow Devil. Yellow Devil attacks. Wait a minute, hold on. You're starting to sound like a computer virus. We don't need to be revisiting Foodman right now. Guard, sense of safety. The stage started out with normal. Standard Needleman tile set, standard enemies, standard platforming setups. All's good. Chillman, odd mini-boss choice. Not too bad. Painted with vibrating colors. Natural shade of green. Health pickups, Mr. Tank's King Sentient. Pieces of Pico Pico Master now serve as Shadow Man platforms, beat to the dark side of the video game birds. Feels slightly nauseous while playing through it. I kind of agree. There's something about the color palette and just the way things are thrown at you. It is just kind of strange. I don't dislike it, but it is odd. It didn't work. Oh, was it supposed to be a little bit? Oh, you're supposed to have like the legs further down. Yeah. Oh well, YouTube doesn't have respect spacing in the chat. Certainly very bizarre with the whole platforms and enemies being reskinned. Hard to comprehend what in the hay is going on. Oddly fitting music. Tomahawk Man's theme. Something familiar yet not really. Quite nicely chosen. The looping is just bad though. Please fix. Not trying to dismiss the level design. Are some clever setups. Looks like the various uses of Stone Man platforms throughout the stage. Annoying, for example, the room just after the second to last checkpoint with the Crazy Cannon and the Mystery Tank Telly on the ladder. The room is cleverly designed that you need to get the Tank Telly out of the way, quite annoyingly placed. About to rush back to later sections. It is also, it is kind of hard to time actually climbing up the longer ladder to time it correctly to shoot it. And then also the fact you can just charge shot it and you don't have to deal with the room. It definitely would take away from the design score for me, if I were judging. Let's see, always try to keep walls on the edges of the same screen. Since right now it looks like there are openings on the left that the player can walk to, but can't really. Bullet dodging. Big hitbox from Mega Man doesn't help the bullet rain situation. I mean, it's not that bad of a bullet rain situation. Just can't stand in one place. It's fine. The V platforms, I didn't get the color difference at first. That indicates that they would stay in place after triggering them. Probably due to the sudden appearance change. The token in the part with the green sky background is also a bit of a nuisance since the beat pippy can spawn right in your face. You try to exit left. Yeah, that did happen a good number. Well, maybe not that exactly, but that beat pippy was real good at guarding that token. Sun style clashing Toho music aside is quite well done. Yeah, we like the boss. Try one more time. Give it a go. It bothers me so much that I can't get more psyched about it though. His legs are leaving. Oh wow. Yeah, that one. Very much gone. Oops. Let's see. Turning enemies. I'm turning enemies with a brilliant premise, but the theming doesn't follow through. I want a location that fits the premise. The Needleman with an indecisive color scheme and some crates. Where's the unguarded treasure? Why have Pico Pico, 3 flavors of V and Cossack blocks when you could use Eddie, EWM tanks, and oversized gear recovery? Why does the roughly looped music make me feel like I'm attending Tomahawk Man's funeral? That's a statement. Oh, and we still have live Flashman reaction up in the corner. Huh. Interesting. I guess instead of going by level, they must have just decided that, at a certain point, we'll just have cutoffs and use that portrait from then on out. One applied how the opening section cleverly introduces all the enemies and gimmicks before they don their disguises. Second one doesn't cover the whole roster. Baton's unnecessary. Camouflage Mattel is cheap and comes before the twist. Later challenges aren't shaped into difficulty arcs. There's so much instant death. The otherwise well-spaced checkpoints don't feel frequent enough. I didn't have a problem with that, but... Dread to use two-way transitions, except where the player might need to go backtrack for a token. Yeah. Chillman's fake energy element can get stuck on the floor. Rush Bike disappears on the rotating platforms. Oh, you bothered using that? They're color-coded by type. Fuses don't use color. Functionally unpredictable, even among the same type. And awkwardly used at screen entrances, crossing through architecture, stopping too close to a ceiling, or too far from a platform. Oddly custom enemies don't reset upon returning to a previous screen, or react to being hit by ineffective weapons. The boss fight has major hitbox issues with spikes. It is consistently used superbly in the boss in the makings of a Capcom boss. All the ingredients are there to create a beautiful custard dessert of a level, but it turned out like scrambled eggs. We'll just say he's in the middle of attacking. Yeah. Yeah. That could be more fun. How about a devil boss that just throws its limbs at you directly instead of, melting into blobs? Just like, it throws its arm at Mega Man. Becomes a boomerang to dodge. It could be fun with that. Biggest positives of this stage elements are really well introduced. Even when you turn all on its head, stage elements are easily recognized. Whole fake out thing, from the few that you like, it's clever, charming. Yeah, it definitely has the charm for that fake out aesthetic, but... Is anyone watching and thinking of entering MaGMML3? Oh, everybody it is, of course. Don't replicate the stage. I almost guarantee the stage is going to do this idea way better than you. I don't think that, but it's just going to be a very tired idea for MaGMML3. Don't do that. Power-up enemies are frankly brilliant and adorable, in a mad science crime against nature kind of way. Graphically is fine. Indications messy and inconsistent. Yeah, and then I decided not to trust, or to trust the level designer, that there wouldn't be a pit somewhere. I wonder how that worked out for me. Certain rooms are hard to parse too. The music took a while to grow on me, but eventually it did. The token challenge is nice and rewarding. The bigger negatives include, for the lack of a better term, green block mini bosses. Having to wait them out doesn't feel nice. I don't think so. I think it's fine to have a waiting section. Come on, don't be speedrunners, be patient. Jesus, water shield. Ooh, Block Devil. Yes, that would be so good. All right, time to. Well, I guess it's time to create a level for episode 02. Let's see. I'm on the subject of mini bosses. I know this might be intentional with Chillman. Why Chillman? I do appreciate the able to kill the energy element he drops, though. Nice detail. I thought I would have to. Boss is a mixed bag. Fight is great. Easy to stop paying attention in certain attacks. That's thus staying rewarding, I suppose. Yeah. Meridian double fights. The fact the boss creates a death pit is really, really easy to miss. Yeah, it would have been more obvious if it was 7th grade out. And the killing blow, at least in the judge build, is the riskiest part of the fight. Do it at the wrong time and you soft lock. Other areas don't work quite right either. Stage. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it was missing just some kind of je ne sais quoi, but otherwise, fun enough. Decent use of the whole, fake out kind of thing. Oh no, I've been diddled again. Oh, what the... Hey, speaking of devil, what's that familiar looking shape in the background? Let's see. I think it might be time. Let's change out the live judge reaction here. Put on another one. There we go. That works out for right now. Talk to them. I tried. Is there... Oh, it's very, very subtle in the corner. Weirdly off-center. Oh, hello. Alright. How do I parse this? Neutral, down, right, left, close, right, down, up, left, up, and... Okay. Element Man! Can you two converse? I know I get to number 69. Anyways, interspatial compression by horizontal, 5% time penalty. Okay. Oh, okay. Phew. Someone who finally showed restraint with the tokens. Well, the last two levels of 5 tokens each weren't exactly hard to deal with. It's nice that I won't have to be constantly going off the path for some random secret. So glad Dark Moon is making it in the world. Gotta collab with Luigi and everything. Good for them. Soon, and who knows? They might even be able to, you know, get with Mario pretty soon. That would be major. Okay, interesting. Is there a maximum size on this? Okay, there is. 2 expansions, and then that's it. I like this. This is a very cool gimmick and good way to show it off. Crush babies. I was sad the babies didn't get crushed. I feel like they should have. No, Joe, I need to be up here. You're clearly guarding something. W. Okay. I mean, Dark Moon isn't in Luigi Mansion Dark Moon. Budgeting cuts. Where were they, like, the amount of electricity it would take to keep Dark Moon powered? Yeah, I don't know if Luigi can handle that. Alright. Strange little Joe enemy. Very strange indeed. Okay, so that's what's going on here. I want to get up there quickly. The actual one from Gimmick and not the one ripped from Siva Gunner. Yeah, true. I mean, Siva Gunner did introduce me to the Gimmick soundtrack. So yeah, it's kind of strange actually remembering. It's like, oh yeah, there's just like regular music for this. And it's not like extremely bumping. Alright. The Metal Mommies are weird. They don't exactly interact by proximity, only by vertical proximity. Well, but good use of these blocks with that. Good way to trick me into platforming myself into the spikes. Yeah, Joe, you're not getting anybody. Bye. Such a good sound font. Sunsoft is really... Sunsoft is... Yeah, I mean, do you see a video game that has Sunsoft doing the soundtrack? Like, you know that's gonna be good. And the games are also usually good, too. I mean, I don't think I have personal experience with them necessarily, but that looks suspicious down there. I'm gonna just assume that was a tiling error. I don't think I've actually played very many Sunsoft games, but I do know, like, the reputation from, like, game reviews and stuff I've seen. It's just, like, almost all Sunsoft titles are just kind of the goated entries of the NES library. Okay. So I probably should just went. Oh, that's very tight to try to make it through. I'm not sure I like having to... being forced to navigate through a, one tile wide spike block thing. I made it, but I don't think... I would think in the official game I would probably be shitting my pants and, crying about that. Only reason this role is improved that Tim and Jeff Fallon didn't make any NES tracks using Sunsoft samples. Oh god, yeah. Tim Fallon's so good. The sheer... I think the universe probably would have collapsed if he got a chance to actually use the Sunsoft template or sound bank. Oh, interesting. E-tank there. There's a secret wall back there. No, maybe up here. No, just an E. Okay. Just an E. Oh wait, no. An E. All right. That's very clever. I like that. If you actually take the time to tool around with it, you get to see an E-tank. I like that a lot from a design standpoint. Roberto Jose Gonzalez and Heroine? I don't know how to pronounce that. And also high-class masters of the 8-bit are also high-class masters of the 8-bit bangers. Good to know. Huh. Interesting, boss. Oh. Uh-oh. This is reminding me of, goodness. It was some game that, Grapefruit, the streamer, played once, where it was, like, kind of a, It's kind of like a parody on, like, closing pop-up windows and stuff like that, where you're, like, controlling just your mouse cursor, and you kinda have to shoot to, like, actually make the screen borders bigger, because they keep trying to close on you there. That was a pretty cool little twist at the end for an otherwise very simple boss. Let's see. I really, really, really like the gimmick in this stage. The compression and growth blocks are very simple, but very cool ways to have to make you control your platforming and dodging. In the same way that, like, Chill Man's ice blocks are really good tools for that as well. The enemies are usually pretty well placed to actually want to incentivize you to move on those platforms, but, you know, not make it too chaotic to where you can't plan around them, but also just enough to where you actually do need to plan around them. I think there was just maybe a little bit more development on those blocks. It would have been, like, super cool. Otherwise, I mean, very solid stage. The boss was a little bit simplistic, but, you know, I'll take it. Let's see, interspatial compression. Oh yeah, and then also having gimmick music. Great, excellent deep cut of a choice. With the visuals and the musical fake out, I was pleasantly surprised that this wasn't just a meme. The size shifting blocks are simple, elegant, and they're easily the highlight of the level, using a variety of interesting puzzles and cute scenarios, so some mildly interesting custom enemies. The excessive swarms of children around the token. Yeah, why are there so many children? This is a dangerous work environment. Joe's falling the platforms a lot. The end result of that left something to be desired. Oh yeah, the Joes are also... Why? The Joes are weird. Those jumping Joes are weird enemies. Like, they're very easily avoided. And they don't pose much of a threat because they jump in fixed distances each time. I'm not sure... Those Joe enemies could have used some more time in the oven. Oh, they're damage spikes. Gotcha. We're dropping it to nothing immediately afterwards. Yeah, it was kind of abrupt. But I guess, you know, with the late penalty, they were probably already running behind, and they just had to submit what they could. The Joes lost their constitutional right to bear arms. It's a sad day for robot kind everywhere. But, you know, the Joes misused their arms in both senses for such a long time. It is tough but fair, is I'm sure how it was, you know, sold to the public. Those concepts are interesting, but only scratched the surface of what was introduced here, and while we started out the fun, this ended way too abruptly. I wish I had more to play. Yeah, I wish I had more developed version of the gimmick to play. Can't wait to see what else the stage does with it. Oh, it's over? Oh, come on. Yeah. Go into a bit more depth. I really like the gimmick of the stage. Great idea. There's some fun room layouts here, and the difficulty progression is good. Doesn't feel like a fully fleshed out stage. Could have easily been fixed, did more with its main gimmick. Moving platforms shake things up a little bit, but they only show up in the second half of the stage, and not for very long. Harmless Joe enemy. It's not that he's a bad enemy. In fact, it's one of the most unique Joe variants I've seen in the contest. I mean, unique doesn't mean great. It's that he falls through the compression platforms. Yeah, that's an odd oversight to have made as a dev. Maybe it was different in the dev kit somehow versus the port. But that would be a very, very, very strange thing to no way to account for. Only has one attack. Was fired out at different speeds. Shrinking room does make the fight harder. At least it becomes a damage race. No, it's a little. It puts the pressure on a little bit high for my taste, but it's certainly doable. This could have been an amazing stage. I'd love to see a revised version. Different platform shapes. That would be pretty cool. I have linked platforms that grow or shrink in response to other ones. Of course, it's just me throwing out some ideas. You got a really cool concept here, so I definitely encourage you to take it to another swing at this, just to make it the best it can be. Just not as a recycled level or something like MaGMML3, please. Because then it'll be too obvious. Strange gimmick of blocks gimmick? Oh, patchy. Of blocks expanding or shrinking after you land on or jump off of. Definitely an interesting one, the way the block changes size. pretty creative. I feel the gimmick would work better overall if it cycles between being expanding and shrinking, reaching max or min size, would allow for more versatility in some of the designs. Being limited to how many times you can jump, but you're required to jump at least a few times to deal with some of the enemies. Yeah, it does make fighting the Met Mommies pretty awkward. Some rough tiling work in the rooms. Edges are clearly cut off. Yeah, there's some mistilings around too. Oops. Just not entirely sure how you do the room with a ton of spikes with that one long moving platform. The gap is simply way too small to wig. No, but it certainly does kind of put the pinch on you. I get the sentiment. Gut reaction. This level has a lot going in for it, and yet leaves me somehow unsatisfied. A lot of people are going to be confused if they don't recognize the music for this stage, and that makes me sad that they don't recognize Gimmick. Main gimmick is innovative, not to mention lots of fun, scratching the surface, mini moss over shrinking platforms. Graphics, they're clean and clear, and I like how the background helps the player visualize where growing and moving platforms will show up. Very plain, a couple tiles are missing. Odd that growing platforms continue lighting up when you land on them at maximum size, suggesting they'll keep growing. Yeah, that's the most impression I got too. Could have been made a little clearer, but oh well. Not sure exactly what the boss is supposed to look like, the hands in particular. Learning curve, this starts off comfortably gentle and steady, shaken only by the random returning sniper Joe. Yeah, that one was an odd inclusion. Moving platforms are introduced, things get jumbled, the difficulty leaps all over the plate. What? Really? I mean, it really had an odd spike with all the moving platforms in the spike room, but that's really about it. Billet reasoning fair, maybe a smidge too demanding. Miscellaneous missteps. Screen entrances tend to occur behind the health bar. Require you to immediately stop moving to stay safe. Two-way transitions are a liability. That sneaky secret E-tank should really be a token. You can glitch through the foot. I don't think it should be a token. People would get pretty irritated about that. And it would also ruin the fact that there's a secret there. Like, you would see the glitter of the token, and it would kind of ruin the reward of actually messing around on that room. Apparently it's trending to fall through floors because few Joes drop straight through them. Other observations. A little continuous scrolling might be nice. The music works well. Length checkpoints are spot on. Token challenge is clever and funny. Surprise in the boss fight is fantastic. I would have loved more of that elsewhere. Sage hosts an interesting gimmick. Oh, wait, he said it. He said the word. I haven't actually seen it before. It does just enough to keep the player invested. Twists occasionally. Also hosts to an awful lot of filler. No challenge screens, making a cakewalk for the stage. I guess some of it was pretty easy. I didn't think it was that much of a cakewalk, though. Especially, we have judges saying it's too hard. Some judges saying it's too easy. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. This is when the premise really starts to pick up. The boss ends on a whimper. The boss follows suit, having the best bare bones of attacks. Just needed more to him. Other problem is just how boring it looks, thanks to the graphic design or lack thereof. So general aesthetic fits the mood. It could look really good. All's meaningless. Take the bubble style arcade game approach and swipe some nice looking backgrounds to fill the screen. Stage shows a lot of promise. The concept is cool. Think more time polished aesthetics. It could have been a standout piece. It expands. It was neat. Yeah, I'll remember the gimmick, and I'm certain when we get to the end game it'll return. But otherwise, yeah, a little bit forgettable on the exact specifics of the level. 68. Oh, hello. You acid man? Oh yeah. Without your eyes, your graphical demake makes you a little hard to parse. Each of these teleporters are filled with my new color-shifting acid. Oh, so you just put some rainbow indicator in there, and you're just having the pH shift around. I understand. You collect every element or token in a level, the respective tube will shift up and down in response. Though you can't tell that with the one below me. You haven't cleared this paradise of a simulation yet. Paradise, you say? Sulfurific abyss. Okay, alright. We have a surprisingly number of chemistry-like references in this contest. Also, misplaced tiling. Oh. Yo, I saw Acid Man there in the last second. He went sicko mode the moment that the beat changed. Probably a pit. Okay. I'm done trusting pits this stream. Never again will I trust things that are supposed to be pits and not. An acid meter. Okay. Not an oxygen meter, but an acid meter. Oh, you're an interesting looking creature. You look super chill, and then you, like, scream. You're like... You are like the epitome of a random DOS enemy. You fit the aesthetic of that age. And try one more time. And there's the emotes. Huh. It's very weird. It's showing up on the screen stream. It's not showing up on my chat window that I have below me. I guess maybe there's some kind of spam prevention thing that's immediately going off, but so so close. Not quite so sure. You were close, but I guess this is a screen transition, but I would rather see what's over here. Actually, wait a minute, hold on. Right, ice wall floats. Don't forget this. It doesn't keep floating though. Let's see. Huge thanks to Sarisa for programming the main gimmick and many other minor things found in this level, such as the rain splashing on the water. Congrats and thanks to Phazon Mother Brain for coding the mini-boss and fangame for coding the boss. Huge thanks to Vatty for all the sprite work in the level. All music was created by Spectral Aves, current music's original composers DM Dokuro. Ooh. Spectral Aves remixed it. God, I love DM Dokuro's work. They're very, I don't know, just one of the very reliable artists of the modern era. Apparently, there's like a tenuous, 5 degrees of Kevin Bacon relation I had to DM Dokuro. One of my friends has a cousin who is friends with DM Dokuro, so I mean, is that interesting? I don't know. It kind of seems like a lame claim to fame, to be quite honest, but at least, for me. But it's something. Cool to be tangentially related to somebody's work you admire. Oh, that's a dead fish. That guy's dead. I didn't kill him, which I don't know. I can't really quite stand for that. Get out of the acid. Get out of the acid. All right, maybe it's time to start using a couple special weapons. Make my life a little easier. Well, okay, well, I guess I'm not okay. Failed platforming like 4 times, but let's see. It means a separation. My dad's friend is friends with members of the band Living Color. Make of that what you will. If I knew Living Color, I would be able to assess that, but sounds cool though. My dad used to be friends with let's see, the lead singer of the band Y&T, Dave Meniketti, but that fell off a long time ago. Did at least get to go backstage once. I do remember as a child, it was really cool just being able to kind of, I mean, as a child, I basically loaded up on just all the sweets that the catering team had brought it in, but it was super fun regardless. Oh, I can't go back for that? Well, oh, I really can't go back for that. Alright, fine, I'll spike myself. Cult of Personality, if you're familiar with Guitar Hero at all. Oh, okay. I do recognize that one. That's actually pretty cool. I actually do like that title. Or that track. I've never really, put it to my mind as who actually did it, but... I just first... okay, come on. Really? I was on the right path? Damn it. I was, yeah, I associate that song with, the downward spiral of, Emperor Lemon, rather than, Guitar Hero. Wait, no, I wanted to... Okay, I'm having a streamer brain moment. Can't remember what direction I actually want to go in. I kind of like the gimmick so far in this. I mean, it's basically just an oxygen meter with, I don't know, an extra step or two. But it does, you know, at least provide a challenge for navigating through all the water. Although, not really like that helps me very much. It's not exactly easy to refresh on the acid very much. Damn it. Alright. I will start to agree with the judge. I was about to kind of be like, oh, the judges are going to complain about this, but I'm starting to agree with the judges that maybe this is overkill on the number of spikes you use. It's like, oh, well, it's a water level. It's got to have a bunch of spikes everywhere. I'm starting to get that feeling. Also, not a fan of croakers. Why has it got to be croakers? Hate these things. Oh, God damn it, come on. There we go. Okay. Move another way, get over here. I can't really take a break from the acid there. Yeah, like, I'm gonna jump up through that just so that way I can refresh on my acid meter. You gotta be kidding me. There's no way I would do something like that. I guess it's meant to be a return trip, but still. But also, yeah, no way am I going to do that for a return trip. Yeah, I did use it for that video. It goes to show how long it's been since I've watched MaGMML3. Yeah, I mean, I don't think he'd actually used it again that recently. He's kind of, you know, changed up his soundtrack as of late, I think. But, I mean, MaGMML3 is still a damn good content creator. It's amazing to actually see somebody still go so hard and, like, well with a content change after so many years. Okay, a variant of you for the boss. I saw a dead version a second ago. Oh, super acid pit. This is not a great place to introduce the gimmick that for some reason this acid that is the same color is more acidic. Alright, bye. I think the level's cool. It's new assets and gimmick, but still looks like a sewer. We all know how much gamers love sewer levels. I don't particularly hate sewer levels. In fact, I actually really enjoyed this kind of, you know, Mega Man 2 Guts tank level aesthetic. But it was just kind of... It was going a little bit too hard with the spikes and the maze aspect of things. Not a huge fan. Okay, and also this is... That's kind of a rude jump to force me to make. A one-tile jump to not bash my head into spikes. And then put Croaker over here? Come on. Stop it. Get some help. Okay, that's a funny use of Croaker. Not exactly an effective one. Oh, and this is super acid again. Okay. That looks like a weird rock, but I can't really do anything about it unless they come on the other side. Kind of change being primarily YTP channel is kind of necessary if you want to get any kind of revenue from your channel. Yeah, and also, I mean, hell, you want to stay relevant at all too. Like, he saw the writing on the wall, and good thing he decided to move on from it. I personally love his content way more now than I ever did before. He's a very, very strong video essayist. Right. Level's aesthetics have just changed radically, and I mean, the gameplay is for the better, but now also, like, I'm not even really interacting with the sewer acid very much. Oh, boy, what the hell are you? Okay, probably should have taken the top path instead. Alright, well, I guess I'm racing the acid bubble now. Or blowing it up. That works too. Don't with croakers. Stop it with croakers. I don't know days of watching Commander going on my TPs when I was a young lad. He got me nostalgic now. Yeah, I remember I would watch a ton of what Hurricoaster and Barney is Perverted. That's what set me down a terrible fate, a terrible path of YouTube contents. How does somebody shaped by weird 2000s YTPs grow up? Well, we asked these two guys to tell you their experience. I guess this looks like the secret path, so I'll take it. Okay. Good call. People are actually starting to use graphics in a reliable sense now for it's like, oh wait, this is a screen transition down here. That's mean. Okay. Okay, I guess these acid drops don't do anything. I was under the impression this entire time that these were actually going to hurt me. Croakers, get rid of him. Kind of an intense spike drop. Oh, not too bad though. Interestingly, I'm now starting to get like Super Metroid Meridia vibes. Now with the it's like the sand being on both the ceiling and the floor. We now have acid on both the ceiling and the floor. The skibidi toilet brain rot, the brain was always there. Yeah, that's honestly what I always said too. Like, it was the skibidi toilet nonsense is non-offensive. It's just here's the next generation of brain rot. Hell, I actually remember it's like I partially grew up watching whatever, you know, Das Boshit's stuff when I was younger. He did all the Gmod funnies. And then just all of a sudden he comes out with Skibidi Toilet and his reputation is forever changed. Like, that's just how it goes. Like, even when my friends were, like, when it was first new and, like, all my brain rot friends were showing me, like, that it was coming out on TikTok and stuff, it's like, or, no, not TikTok, what am I saying? It was just showing me, like, the YouTube shorts for it. It's like, it wasn't actually bad in any way. I was just kind of like, I mean, it's not funny to me just because I've heard it already. Like, you know, it's I already had my stage of inducing brain rot upon myself when I was younger. Like, there's nothing that much more interesting about hearing it again. It's like, you know, the joke's been done, essentially. I don't need to hear it anymore. But, you know, the newer generation, this is their exposure to this kind of weird humor, then so be it. Alright. Alright, I get what's going on with the boss. This is a pretty good way to make this challenging. Though I want to be super aggressive with it, I suppose I should actually be a little bit more careful. Okay, that's a pretty shitty place to stick me. I feel like that wasn't accounted for. That is the Crit Off channel. I actually do not recognize that name. Must have escaped my gaze when I was younger. Alright, they're only taking 2 damage from the Buster. I need to speed this up. 2 damage from Trident, that works okay. 1 from Spark Chaser. Plus Water Shield, 1. Although effective at defense. Alright, Thunder Beam. There we go. Can I get a double hit off? No, I can't. I thought I heard 2 hit sounds. What the hell are these machines, though? I will say, I do like their designs, but they are very perplexing as to what they even are. Why are there weird fish machines in this acid lake? Why are they making everything acid? Are they making everything acid? It seems like the game is implying that they're making everything acid. Alright, are we done here? Alright. That's a pretty cool boss, though. Music was banging for it, though. If you're a brain rot connoisseur. Tales of Funny Horsey in his weird 3D model videos or something of legend. I'll have to give it a look. I might recognize it upon taking a trip down memory lane, but for right now, I definitely don't. But yeah, I'll have to put that on the docket. But overall, like, I don't know. For the level, decent level. I didn't really like the whole here's a million spikes kind of thing. The judges are definitely going to rip into it for that because they were ripping in on a much more benign levels previously for the same kind of shit. Aesthetics, they were plain. Well, I do still like the Wily 2 sewer kind of stuff. It was definitely kind of not my favorite. With all the blank backgrounds and dark everything. And then also just the random change from the acid lake that we were in to the not so acid sub lake that was also underwater, but not acid, and the acid was separate. How does that work? There's a lot of weird questions about this level that I have as far as just like, I don't know, why are the aesthetics the way they are? What's the lore of why the fish is polluting the river, or the mecha fish is polluting the river? Are they living here? Were they dumped here by something? They just exist. Like, I don't know. Without the further context of maybe a greater game, it's kind of hard to understand what's going on. But I mean, otherwise, competent, level use. I didn't like the croakers very much. I don't know. I feel like there were tier 9 levels that I enjoyed more than this one. Let's see. There's a Grid Off Archive channel. All the videos backed up, so you got time to kill. It's all there. Please crash. After Aetherman, we don't need more lore dumps. Alright, we don't need a lore dump, but if we just have a sign saying, like, Megavan, our water supply is being poisoned for some reason, or it's being acidified. Go investigate. Like, I'll take that. Like, just a simple one text box, or like, slap a fucking Dr. W on the end of the fishtail and, like, just call it a day. Say, oh, Wiley's up to his shit again. He's poisoning the water supply. Time to go draw and quarter him. Like, that would have been sufficient. But it just felt kind of like, what's going on here? Why is there Sulfur Lake Pit? Sulfur Lake Pit. Okay, sure. Lure recycling bin. Yeah, or, just like a lore sticky note. Also figured this. So, fun fact about me, corrosive materials give me the heebie-jeebies, something fierce. Odd. As such, I didn't why corrosive materials especially? Did you watch it? Maybe you watched the, this is wild speculation, but I could see this, because, like, you remember the judge scene from, like, Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That shit was traumatic as a kid. I did not enjoy seeing that dude dissolve. It was very unsettling. And I could see if maybe Mick got the phobia from the same exact place. Although still, I went into chemistry, so clearly corrosives don't bother me that much. I got over it. Let's see. Kino level revolves around not melting in acidic water. Is it a lot less cartoony? Problem with this level wasn't at all what I expected. The time limit on the acid bars was easily managed, even with the super acid introduced. Although, like, also, yeah, super acid not different from the regular acid. Bad. Make it a different color, at least. That was the whole of this, and try to threaten the player with melting into a pile of scrap. The result, rather than feeling nervous and cheery, I was just kind of bored. Yeah, I felt bored, but tense the entire time. That's a good way to describe my emotional state through that level. Not a great place to be. Not a usual one either. Core gimmick is decent. Timer adds a certain level of urgency. What happens in the level? Use the big guns. The super acid pools make an excellent replacement for spikes, though perhaps a little non-threatening. Yeah. Giant acid bubbles, which are kind of cool. However, they're painfully underutilized. Yeah, they're also, like, really easy to blast open. Like, they're not even that tanky. Something like that being tanky and shooting at you might actually be useful, but eh. Underutilized applies a lot of the levels, especially the enemy types. Gabio, Croaker were the only ones that appear with any real regularity. Easy to snipe. Double shooting fish being an entire custom enemy type that just barely even appears. That don't do anything. Only regular enemy that's unique to the level, it's a crying shame. I mean, the underutilization issues shouldn't be surprising. The biggest meat of the level is the bosses. The little baby's a fun fight. I like the way it uses the super acid pool to somewhat protect itself. The dash attack is too fast for my liking. Nah. I like the mini boss a little bit more than the main boss. But the main boss also had bumping music, so I really can't, you know, I can't hate too hard. Being a second phase is an excellent twist on the concept. When it's below half health, it completely excuses attacks for just tackling you a bunch. It's not hard to rock yourself in. Once figured out, it's far less interesting than the freeform first phase. The boxing aspect feels less like a challenge, more like a design hiccup, which makes it feel all around worse than the mid-boss before it. When I expected something that would genuinely scare me, or otherwise really creep me out, but instead just kind of bored me. Yeah. The diff was brutal, dude. I mean, getting liquefied definitely gives me the heebie-jeebies. Makes the Vitamin C arc of JoJo Part 8 hard enough for me to get through reading. I did not get that far through JoJo. I'm not sure what you're referring to, but I'm sure it is beautifully horrifying because Araki has a really good tendency to do stuff like that. But yeah, no, Judge Doom dissolving is just... oh god, it's as bad as like the Toxic Avenger scene where like... no, I'm not thinking Toxic Avenger. The RoboCop scene where that one goon gets just fucking melted by toxic waste. That is also pretty brutal. But at the very least, it's more fitting for, you know, adult, you know, R-rated or whatever type movie. I don't know what the rating is on RoboCop, but it's more realistic for the setting. But then it's just like, all of a sudden, yeah, Judge Doom getting dissolved in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's like, what just happened? This is a funny movie with cartoon animals. Let's see. To be honest, I wasn't sure how to feel the stage first. Overall concept is cool. Some interesting ideas, but yeah, execution kind of lackluster. More of a nuisance. Not to mention small openings in certain parts that look like they're designed to provide air pockets, but just not working. Yeah, because it ends up being not an oxygen meter because you're still submerged. It's strange. The acid droplets from the ceiling, they're just there for decoration. Yep, I also didn't notice that. Middling to strange rooms. Layouts do improve somewhat once you make it past the mini-boss, though. Really enjoyed that battle and some of the underground cave segments. Say some, since a few of them still had held back by the croakers. Yeah, too many croakers. Not fun. Bad Mega Man 2 enemies. Stop using Mega Man 2 enemies. Half of them are terrible. Granted, they do become less annoying the deeper you get into the stage. That room where you can use the giant acid bubble to block the small frogs that they spit was pretty interesting. Didn't show up too much. End boss. Don't know much to say about his first phase. It's relatively standard. And for his second phase, while sudden freefall movement change is easy enough to get used to, it's not exactly ideal when you have little to no room to work with. If it weren't for that one quirk of his phase, I could see it working relatively well. As it stands, however, it's a rather chaotic ending to an otherwise mixed bag of a level. Yeah, it kind of made me bring out the elect beam because I was just like, not great. Turns the dude into liquid fish and makes a fish swim through him. Yeah. Not great. Submerged spelunking, beware of lurking danger. I can say for sure that this level has done a great job setting up its atmosphere, the combination of its music, and the dead creatures scattered around. Specific wasteland. Oh yeah, wait a minute, that's also a good point. Why are the creatures dead? If they're the ones making the acid, why are there some of them being dead? I mean, I guess they could have died of old age, but they look kind of encrusted and darkened, as if they were, like, died from all the acid that they were producing. So if they're producing acid, why aren't they immune to it? Are they just over-polluting? Is there nothing to balance them out? Or are they, like, a weird invasive species, and they need something, they need a separate species to balance it out? I don't get it. The lore of this stage is very confusing. The more I think about it, the less it makes sense. Let's see here. Really impressed. There's a lot of branching paths, all look the same. Yeah, they kind of not great. They work against each other. Also, yeah, I believe this was those two branching paths. I believe you would have had to play the level twice to get all the tokens, which I don't know. I don't completely hate, but it's a little irksome. Oh, come on, 360 controller. On top of having to use submerging yourself in the acid, several long stretches, like any safe zone. Yeah. discourages exploration when you have a timer to your exploration. It's not great. Not a good thing to combine. But the mid-boss, Baby Wish was okay. Reflect more of the acid didn't build up as rapidly. For the acid level to go down, while Baby Wish is just chilling in the acid throughout. What? Oh, Patchy, I'm sorry. I think you completely fought that incorrectly. You just jump down there, get a shot, and then move out. I know we were speaking of sewer levels earlier. In your opinion, what's the worst sewer level you've played? Trying to think from various video games, what could be the worst thing I could consider? I don't know. Like, I really don't have any, like, strong... I know that's a joke that gamers hate sewer levels, but it's like, I don't really have any strong negative associations with, like, sewer levels or, like, even ice levels or anything like that. I don't really have, like a stereotypical level archetype that I hate very much. I don't know, I'm trying to think of anything that's, like, just kind of dirty and gross, like, if there's anything of that nature that kind of bothered me about things, but... No. I don't know, sorry, I kind of give a non-answer. I really can't think of one right now. There's nothing sewer-like that sticks out in my head as, wow, this is awful. Do you have a worse sewer level? Maybe you can jog my memory, you know, by bringing up some, one of your games and be like, oh, wait, I think of this related thing. Stage feels much better when you no longer are forced to be in the acid for an extended period. The level layouts become more linear. Interesting property of the acid bubble, destroying the enemies on the path. Utilized more than just being a big obstacle. Yeah, just kind of ends up being something to shoot. Boss of the stage, Adult Wish, was an overall pretty fun fight. Where'd you find the names for these? Maybe the file names had it. Spread shot attacks can be tricky to dodge. They always get fired in the same pattern. Leading phase is a neat fight, though leading Wish's charge attacks and dodge out of the way in time can be a bit strict to do, and you no longer have the momentum of gravity helping. It can be quite punishing if you lead it wrong and are trapped in a dicey position. Overall, it's a solid conclusion to the entry with how engaging the battle goes. Notice throughout the stage that certain sound effects get played repeatedly. For example, the acid bubble going off screen plays a splash sound in rapid succession. Oh, glad I didn't let that happen. When nitpicking doesn't affect how the stage plays. It does affect some of the functionality. Star Wars Shadow of the Empire on N64. If I ever played Terminator on the NES, that might overtake it. Yeah, I've seen some Terminator NES. It's not a great game. Not at all. Yeah, I never played that Star Wars game either myself, so... Yeah, don't really have much of an opinion. Feels like a lot of DOS platformers I played. Simple gimmicks, somewhat repetitive enemy-centric challenges, meandering level layout. It's just enough branching paths to be confusing. Okay, I guess maybe there's one sewer level I can think of that I really could dislike. It's Sonic Spinball, the first level in that being the Toxic Caves. I would consider that a sewer level just because it does seem like there's things, you know, runoff going down that way. And it kind of has that, you know, sewer grate aesthetic. That level, I mean... I overall still like Sonic Spinball, even if some of the tables are really challenging and there's some design aspects I don't like. But I definitely remember that level frustrated the hell out of me as a kid, and also scared me too, with the big, you know, monster coming out at the bottom and you and a horrifying, you know, musical sting accompanying it. So I don't know. That's at least a sewer level that's given me some trauma in the past. Maybe it's not the worst thing in the world nowadays, but. Let's see. A lot of DOS platforms I played. Simple gimmicks, some repetitive enemy-centric challenges, meandering level layouts, graphics that communicate function without much flair, like the acid gimmick, especially along the ceiling in situations there's a strategic advantage, risking acid damage. Additional audio-visual cue to alert the player when the acid level is critical. Might have used a skull icon rather than AC over ID. Yeah. Seems solely related to the first token challenge, which is annoyingly easy to botch. The third token is cleverly hidden. Section right after the mini-boss, we use some adjustment that long falls interminable. And earlier introduction to global water physics were better for the aesthetics. The blue tiles look like they belong exclusively underwater. Boss mini-boss are highlights. Gigantic acid bubbles are neat. They're tied to the challenge progression. Each section has a distinctive look and feel, and changing the music continually fits the mood. Yeah, could be executed a little bit more. The levels in Spinball are much worse to play, but I think it's Sonic Spinball. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely more just like a childhood problem kind of thing. Like, I struggled with that game as a kid. Now, I think I actually played it several months ago when I was kind of on an inconsistent stream schedule. I did stream playing Sonic Spinball. I got to the last level, but I choked like all of my lives on the final level. Wasn't able to get up to Robotnik. I think it was also helps. That was the first time I ever like actually played that level. Oh, Architect, get you stuttering. No wind levels, ice level, water levels. No, I really don't. I give all levels fresh eyes, to be honest, because I think I've seen all of those things like that you've listed been used in good ways, and there's nothing about it that bothers me. I like water physics, whether that be slow swimming or low gravity. That kind of works out, and levels can be designed well with it. Not all games do, but a lot of levels do. Wind levels, I mean, hell, you saw me. I had a hell of a lot of fun with the Storm Scraper Tower, or whatever it was called, that was lowering the bitrate. Ice levels, I mean, I guess it's maybe my least favorite, but like, I don't know, Plunger Man and MaGMML 11 was really fun with that. Chill Man has an excellent ice level. So yeah, no, I really don't have any strong biases against level types, not at least that I can think of off the top of my head. I guess maybe dark levels. If you have like a dark gimmick where it's like I can see less stuff, it's like, okay, you're just taking information away from me, the player. Like, that sucks. I don't really want to deal with that. But it's not like it's impossible to make fun. Can't wait positively. Stage tiling is a little lacking. Atmosphere is great. How odd it all looks. I think it actually papers over some of the weaknesses and results in an overall nice and memorable stage for me. I do wish the fish enemies looked robotic. Yeah, they do just kind of look fishy. But I suppose it's maybe a graphical limitation. Or, well, on the author's part, not on the game's part. Love the acid mechanic, really well balanced. Using it during the mid-boss is super fun and intense gimmick all at the same time. The player feels the need to rush. You sit back and look at how slowly it drains Mega Man's health, or at least the weaker stuff. You aren't in that much danger. Feels like you are. Stronger acid. This makes a good alternative to plastering spikes all over the place. The water stages are wont to do in Mega Man. Hey, this level was also wont to do that. I'm surprised no one's really complained about the fact that there's a million spikes in the branching paths part. Doesn't really hurt it so many stages splitting their attention between two paths and both feeling half-baked. Here they feel like the player two halves the same level. Introductions are a bit wonky. The weaker acids introduced fine. The second acid, strength of acid was definitely confusing. Existence of the stuff needed a more obvious tell. Yeah. Bosses are a mixed bag, and of the two, the mid-boss is stronger because your mid-boss is rad. Play. Big end bosses mechanically neat, has real potential. Ultimately too difficult? I wouldn't say that, but certainly I wanted to be done with it. Spells in the lost are weird, distinct or undersold, which results in attacks that are difficult to dodge. If you play defensively, it works out. Neat concept in theory, except the movement mechanics are so delayed that it skyrockets the fight's difficulty. At this point, dodging by instinct is not an option. You have to completely plan out and know ahead of time how to manipulate the boss. Yeah, I did get cornered once. It was kind of rude. Had enough bad experiences with wind gimmicks that I instantly get my nerves wrecked whenever I see it shows up. Doesn't mean I hate them all, but does get me anxious. Lost levels give me PTSD. Yeah, if you play Mario Lost Levels, you'll have a lot of PTSD for a lot of reasons. Invisible blocks, not being able to scroll back, wind, giant pits. Yeah, it's way too much. Alright, well, we've only just arrived to the rave. I think I've already managed to tucker myself out, so I'll get hydrated, and next time we can continue the rave. So I'll see everybody again tomorrow for, the rest of well, maybe not the rest of, but more of Tier 10's levels. Hope you enjoyed your Labor Day weekend, and I'll catch everybody tomorrow. Have a good night, y'all.